What's up everyone, Nick here from TV Box Top with another live streaming TV box review. So this box is from the brand MagaBox and it's called the MagaBox MG4. This is another live streaming model running on the all-winner chipset with 4GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage. But from what I've heard, this model streams faster and more efficient than other live streaming models, so they are making some bold claims, but I would be the judge of that. So up next, I'll do a quick overview of its hardware and features, because let's face it, its hardware is much to be desired, and I will focus more on its interface and its live streaming service, which is the selling point of this model. So if you are interested, don't go anywhere, that's up next. And welcome back. This purchase contains the MG4 model. You get a wireless voice remote mini keyboard combo, one HDMI cable, a 5V 2A DC power adapter, and a user manual. For design, its entire body is made of aluminum with polished edges and the MagaBox branding to the top. For input-output peripherals, it has one HDMI 2.0 port, one RJ45 non-gigabit LAN port, one optical audio port, one AV port, an IR extender port, its DC power socket, and a pair of Wi-Fi 6 antennas. To its left, it has one USB 2.0 port, one USB 3.0, a micro SD card reader, and a reset button. At the front, it has an LED display along with an LED power light, and to its base has 4 anti-skid rubber feet with no ventilation holes. Its boot up process includes a splash screen followed by a MagaBox animation, then you're taken to the launcher. Its launcher is one we have seen before, used in other models such as the Superbox and the Monster Box brands. It has a simple layout with large buttons for its live streaming service and a shortcuts bar to load your favorite apps. This launcher is running on the Android TV OS operating system, so there is no navigation bar or status bar with system controls. Now for a quick run through of its hardware specs. Its operating system is Android 10 TV OS and the firmware is not rooted. Its CPU is the all-winner H616 and it's a quad-core Cortex A53 clocked at 1.5 GHz configured in 32-bit mode. Its GPU is the Mali-T720 with OpenGL ES version 3.2. It's got dual-band Wi-Fi and it has a Wi-Fi 6 adapter. It has GPU Vulkan support API version 1.1. It has an idle operating temperature of 60 degrees Celsius. It has decoders for the playback of 4K HDR HLG self-hosted videos. However, there are no Dolby Vision, AV1, Dolby Atmos EAC3 or DTS HD surround sound audio decoders. So that's basically what you are paying for in a nutshell. And the rest of its firmware features include 4K display up to 2160p at 60Hz. You have auto HDR feature. You have built-in screen rotation to portrait mode, reverse portrait, and reverse landscape. It has HDMI CEC options, mouse pointer options, 54 various languages to choose from, audio output options, and audio pass-through options. For Google certification, it's running the Android 10 TV OS version and it's not rooted. However, it does not have the required DRM level to play Netflix and others in HD and 4K. Here it shows that it only has Google Widevine Level 3 with no HDCP protection. This means premium movie services such as Netflix will only show in basic 480p resolution. Turning now to YouTube. With the box's display set to 4K 2160p at 60Hz and with the Auto HDR feature turned on, the Android TV version of YouTube is limited to 1080p resolution only with no HDR. For mobile screen mirroring and screencasting, it comes with a Miracast wireless display app. However, it does not work when you try to use a simple Miracast wireless display app on your mobile phone. You can, however, use the default Android screencasting feature via the AirScreen app. Its 4K video playback is terrible as it freezes when attempting to play videos. However, surprisingly, it can play every surround sound audio format via its built-in file browser and media player. It does not work with other media players such as the VLC or the MX player, and even at 1080p resolution, the video playback is choppy. Here it plays Dolby Atmos, Dolby Digital Plus, DTS HD Master Audio, Dolby True HD, and DTS-X. For gaming, the all-winner chipset is not much of a gamer, with most of its CPUs clocked at 1.5 GHz. Even though it has the Mali-T720 GPU with Vulkan support, the CPU is underclocked to avoid overheating. During gameplay, temperatures can cross into the high 80s, and seeing that there are no ventilation holes, it's not recommended to do this for long periods as it can lead to hardware damage. In benchmarking its performance, it scored 56,267 in the AnTuTu benchmark. It has a low RAM copy speed of 2,764 MB per second and a high internal read and write speed of 149 MB per second read speed and 111 MB per second write speed. The tests performed on its Wi-Fi 6 adapter and its Ethernet LAN port resulted in the 5 GHz band achieving the maximum speed of my network of 154 megabits per second. The 2.4 GHz band did not do so bad, achieving 114 megabits per second, and the Ethernet LAN port, which is not a gigabit LAN port, clocked only 94 megabits per second. In benchmarking its CPU, it only qualified for the Geekbench 5 CPU benchmark and it scored 99 single-core and 323 multi-core. And in benchmarking its graphics performance, it qualified for the Wild Live test, but continuously crashes when you try to run it, so I ran the Slingshot Extreme test and it scored 267. And with these benchmarks, it ranks at position 107 on my TV Box rankings chart. To view this chart, see the link in the description below this video. In summary, the MO of the MagaBox MG4 is its Maga Live TV and its Maga VOD service. In comparison to similar models such as the Superbox and the Monster Box models, in my opinion, I don't see any difference in the quality of service, and it appears that they are feeding off the same servers. If you are looking to purchase this box for performance, I don't recommend it as its hardware falls within the chipset budget category and intensive activities will result in overheating. So that brings to an end this review. So if you are interested in this model, the purchasing process is slightly different as it's not available on Amazon or other online retail stores. And to take advantage of this low price, you will have to use the contact information listed below in the description. So thanks for watching. Give this video the thumbs up to support this channel. If you are just tuning in for the first time, be sure to click that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell before leaving to be notified each time I release new videos or decide to do a giveaway. Thanks again for watching and see you in the next one.